Hi, good morning. Today is July 2, Thursday. So, the gospel for today is taken from Matthew chapter 9, verse 1 to 8. It says there, "He entered a boat, made the crossing, and came into his own town. And there people brought to him a paralytic lying on a stretcher. When Jesus saw their faith, he said to the paralytic, 'Courage, child, your sins are forgiven.' At that, some of the scribes said to themselves, 'This man is blaspheming.' Jesus knew what they were thinking and said, 'Why do you harbor evil thoughts? Which is easier to say, "Your sins are forgiven," or to say, "Rise and walk"? But that you may know that the Son of Man has authority to earth to forgive sins." He then said to the paralytic, "Rise, pick up your stretcher, and go home." He rose and went home. When the crowds saw this, they were struck with awe and glorified God, who had given such authority to human beings. This is the gospel of the Lord. So today's reflection from In His Steps is, the title is Paralysis of the Heart. Among the diseases that can befall man, paralysis may well be one of the most horrific and torturous. It is losing the freedom of movement and control that tortures the mind, knowing that you don't even have the power to move by your own will. In the Gospel, we witness the encounter of two forms of paralytics who come face to face with Christ. One was the paralytic on the bed who was laid before Christ in fearing and trembling. I feel that his physical paralysis is matched with the paralysis of a possible catastrophe. His friends were risking their reputation, weaving into the crowd to bring him healing. By what his friends did, he knew the public persecution is a likely occurrence, and that in itself is enough to make his world stop and see what God could do. On the other hand, I see also the paralysis of judgment by the Pharisees. Their preconceived notion of Christ, as well as the paralyzed man, impairs them from moving into a realization that God Himself was in their midst. Their paralysis of heart moves them to grow in pride and hatred, judging even before they understood fully the man's condition. Today, we ask for the grace not only to be made whole, but for the grace to have our hearts move. Is there anything stopping us from fully accepting how Christ unconditionally loves others? Yes, even if it is unconventional and risky, Christ still continues to love. So, ito yung question. What areas of my life are causing paralysis in me towards loving others? Oh, medyo mahirap yan Nandito ako sa taxi ngayon, so malapit na akong bumaba. So, pause ko muna yan. Yeah, hi. Actually, ang hirap magbasa. Kasi naka-fully armed ako. Oh, see? I have a mask. I have a face shield. Papunta na ako ng office. Kaya, papasok na. Bago pumasok, nag-taxi ako. So, doon ko na sa taxi binasa tong In His Steps Gospel for today. Ganda, no? Paralysis. Ano sabi niyo dito? Paralysis of the heart. And ang reflection question is about what areas of my life are causing paralysis in me towards loving others? Oh, ang hirap. Siguro mainly pride. Pride in the heart. Look, this is our office. Yeah, maliit lang. Yan. So, for me, siguro, paralysis in me towards loving others, most of the time, pride. Madalas kasi na, yung you are about to forgive, and you have the power and capability to do that. Pero, minsan nauuna yung pride mo na, hindi naman ako yung mali ba't ako yung mauuna? Parang your hatred, your hurt, yung anger mo is more powerful than your love. So, I think struggling pa ako sa part na yun. I'm still trying my best to, yung mauna yung forgiveness and understanding before myself or before yung pride in my heart. Siguro yun lang muna kasi ang daming magandang topic dito sa magandang pwedeng i-share dito sa gospel ngayon. Pero siguro you can share it. I just wanted to start this video so I can post it in the channel, in my channel, para may share din yung gospel basically. Kaya, yan. Yung gospel is about Matthew chapter 9, verse 1 to 8. So, if you have any sharing, yan, gawin ko nga to. If you have any sharing about this, so just feel free to put it in the comments and share your thoughts, share your experiences about paralysis in the heart that stop you for, what's the question? Yeah, paralysis in me that causing me to stop loving others. So, share it please. Nandito na ako sa office, hinihingal ako. Thank you. And may God bless you always. Here po. Here. What areas of my life are causing paralysis in me towards loving others? Bye and God bless.